my back is getting pushed up against the wall. I'm never giving up, I give my all. I'm never looking back, attack, it's in the past. Stand up, stand up, stand up. You ain't ready for me. Give me your best shot, the stronger I stand. Not looking for sound.
So, before this episode, I want to say thank everyone for coming back to see this channel, see what it's about to be. I've been gone a long time, and I'm hoping that this is the rebirth that I've been wanting to do. I don't know why this angle is so weird right now. It's going to work throughout the rest of the podcast and everything like that. So I'm going to catch this conversation about midway through with Liana as we talk for the first time in almost a year since some shit's happened in our personal lives. So be kind, be courteous, and thanks for listening, guys. Welcome back. So let's first of all, let's rewind a little bit, because we haven't really talked since a long time. Actually, we've not sat down and had a one-on-one discussion in a long time. So what happened that led to your unannounced, unscheduled vacation?
Nothing.
No, I'm talking not like the vacation between you and I, but like, so you ended up in the hospital for a while.
Yes.
What happened?
Okay. First off, I got lithium toxicity, which if I had been any higher, I would have gone into a coma. And before that, I had taken a $1,500 check that was not legit, and it got our bank account closed. So I blame myself for that. And then
How'd you take a $1,500 check that wasn't legit?
Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
Got our bank account closed, had to get a new bank account. Better bank, by the way. Then I was so depressed, I went into this place called Winmore twice, and the first time it was like a wonderful place, and the second time it was like night and day. It was like a horrible place. And then about June something, I was like, you know what, I'm done. I'm out. And Stevie and my pastor took me to Largo West Hospital in Largo, Florida, and I spent 3 days there, and they were so helpful and so like there for me. And they did group therapy where you participated, you weren't just getting talked at.
Yeah.
And I really liked the therapist and the other therapy people. And I liked the rec therapy, and I liked the fact that I could just read and color and listen to music and stuff like that. And I really got a sense of peace in those 3 days.
That's good.
And then I had seen this thing about intensive outpatient therapy.
Yeah.
It was on the wall over by the library, and I thought about it. I was like, that sounds like a really good idea. So the next, so let's rewind a little bit. Winmore never called to check on me. They just sent me a bill. The next day after I got out of Largo West, my therapist called me to check on me, see how I was doing. And I was like so excited to hear from her. I was literally crying on the
Yeah.
phone. I was like, you don't understand how important this is to me that you called to check on me. And then I asked her about intake. I asked her about IOP, and she goes, it's from 8, it's from like 9 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So basically, I I said, sign me up. And so now I get up at 6 o'clock every morning. I take my medicine at 6 o'clock in the morning. I wait by the phone at 6:30 for my phone call to make sure that I'm coming in. They provide transportation for free, and uh, I ride in the van for either 20 minutes or an hour and a half, depending on who's driving. So I get a lot of reading done. I listen to a lot of music. Uh, I tried to listen to Click This, the last one about the cars, and I just couldn't get into it.
Which one?
The one about the cars,
You talking about
about
click
his
this?
Mustang. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm not gonna like. I've listened to every episode. Still listen to every episode. I've never missed one. Not every episode's a banger. Is all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, the one about the cars was boring.
You wanna?
And Sean's uh Sean's mic was lower than Nash's, which
That's
is
because Kevin
annoying.
Nash. So they won't let Nash have an actual mic anymore. He has to wear a
Really.
headset. He gets mad and punches the fucking mic. Because he had one in the beginning and he grabbed it and ripped it off its fucking stand and threw it down.
So, um I've been going to group therapy for 3 weeks now.
Stack of papers coming
All
out.
these packets.
There you go.
I I have learned that my anxiety and my depression, uh I've learned a lot about my mental health.
Good. It's been about time. It's been a thing
I've
that I've been
I have been
very wary of.
I have been level for 2 days.
That's good.
And I'm like, you know, some lady bumped into me with her cart last night at Walmart, and I turned around and went, "Oh, excuse me," and I got out of her way. Normally, I would have been like, "What the fuck is your problem?
That's still how
Gonna
I
bump
am.
into me for real?"
That's still how I am. I'll turn around
Yeah.
and be like, what? What?
What?
What? Uh, so,
Let me do something real quick. You
yeah.
can keep talking. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna see you for a minute.
So, we come out of the hospital. You're doing all right now. It's been a long time since we talked.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
how are you and Stevie?
The uh the uh the group therapy has really helped. The way I talk to her,
Yeah.
the way I'll say something wrong or not the way it should have been said, and I'll say, you know what, I'm sorry that I said that. What I meant, here's how I should have said it. So, um, like right now the TV is really loud. and it's annoying. So instead of screaming from my radio, can you turn down a little bit? Hold on a second. Somebody just asked me a radio question.
So, you guys are doing good now.
So, yes.
Well, that's good. I'm back at my grandmother's house. We had some family things go on. I was asked to come back. I don't really want to air them publicly because I don't know how much of it my grandmother once aired. But I will say that like it's going to rock the family to the core. So I came back. I was working for Walmart again for a short stint. Now I'm working at a PC shop with one of my best friends. And I'm doing alright. And because my nephew would kill me if I didn't do this at least once, my nephew made me these custom glasses. And though he got a lot of flack for making them, I absolutely love them. Even though I can't wear them because I can't see out of the fucking things. But, yeet. Shout out to Roman on that one. So, there's that. He'll get a kick out of that. But, that hangs up on the WWE Championship that I have. But we're back. We have the PC back. We have your back. Wayne Gretzky's in the background like he should be. We got the webcam going.
Where's Scott Hall?
Scott Hall is
Where's
not
Scott
hung
Hall?
up yet. He will be hung up tomorrow. I have not had a day off to hang him up. He will be hung up. I'm thinking about putting him right here on the door. So every time I open the door, I look at him. So
What about the Goldberg?
Goldberg's here. Goldberg is he's actually behind me on top of the PlayStation. I say behind me. He's behind.
Did you take him out of the package?
No, hell no. He don't leave the package. That's the man.
Okay.
So,
I want to get my sound checked and taken care of so that I can sell these TNA DVDs and so that I can transfer my VHS to digital and get the tapes to you.
Okay, so what are your plans tomorrow?
I'm going to be little all day tomorrow.
Okay, well, if you have free time, and
if I do anything adult, I will let you know.
Okay, because I'm off all weekend. I'll be here. The mouse and keyboard will be here. The webcam will be here. And as we are speaking, because every time we talk you say this, we should be recording. Ever since we've said, hey yo, I've been recording. So, because I will be goddamned if I hear, why isn't this being recorded? It is now! That's why it took me a minute when we first started. I was setting up everything, trying to get it all to work, and I'm like, why is it fucking harder to use now since I've been gone? But we're being recorded right now. That's kind of why I laid out, let you talk for a little bit. I was setting all that up, getting it going, and making sure we had you on the platform. It feels good to be back. I will tell you, I've been very anxious I've had a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression, because this is my therapy. The hour or two we spend every other night or whatever doing this podcast, it's a good release. Granted, yes, pro wrestling is also my release. I've been training a lot. Back in the gym. We're clanging and banging. I might have a show tomorrow. I may not go. I got some things I got to do here. I get life situated a little bit more. I'm going to go see the new Deadpool movie tomorrow. That's going to be great. But while we're talking, while we're here, something else has returned to my PC. It's a little pro wrestling sim.
Yeah.
Just a little game called Pro Wrestling Sim.
Yeah.
Therefore, there's a little question out there. So YouTube fans, Twitter fans, Twitch fans.
No. This one because I was talking about being little. No.
No, not tomorrow.
This is a private conversation. This is a private conversation.
We're gonna do some pro wrestling sim sometime in the future. We're bringing it back.
I'm glad that you're recording, but because I talked about being
I'll
little.
cut the little part out. That'll get.
I mean, I'm not ashamed of being little, but I don't want to like broadcast it.
Well, then if I did leave it in and somebody said something, you think I'm afraid of losing friends? I'm not going to let anybody talk shit. I haven't let anybody talk shit the whole time. Do you know how much flack I got in the beginning when we first did our podcast? And I'll leave this part in. I'll leave this part in because I wanted to catch the airwaves. When we first started doing our podcast, a lot of people came to me and they said, "Hey, do you know what you're doing?" Because I'm not going to say I'm big in the podcast world, but I'm going to say there's a lot of people that know that I have a podcast. And like, I tell them it's not about who's on the podcast, it's about what's on the podcast. I don't give a damn if you're black, white, yellow, gay, transgender, straight, whatever the fuck. Our love has always been pro wrestling. That's what brought us together. I've never looked at you any different. Do I agree with everything that you do in your daily life? No. But I don't message you go, "Hey, WTF, what are you doing?" You know, whatever you do in your daily life, what you do in your daily life. Like, I don't have to agree with everything you do to be your family, you know? But I also don't hate you for anything you do. I support whatever you decide to do. I just don't like everything that you do. Like, there's certain shit when you start talking about shit, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of this, but like, I'll listen to it because it's you. Like, do I understand the other milestone that you just reached? I absolutely do not. But it's makes you comfortable, makes you you. Go for it.
Are you talking about being little?
Yeah, I don't understand it. Like, I know people that do it. I personally don't understand it. I don't get it. It's not for me. But like, I've never been one of those guys who are like, you do that, I don't like that, you're wrong. Never been like that. And you know, I've never told you that. It's not that I don't like it. Like, I'm not saying, hey, you're going to hell for that, blah, blah, blah. I've never been that guy. I don't understand it. But I'm not, just because you don't understand something doesn't mean you should, like, throw shade at it. Do you, boo-boo. It doesn't affect my daily life. And I love it because a lot of people see, like, people make announcements like that, and then they go to people like me, like co-hosts and whatnot, and they're like, does this change the podcast? No. I'll do it more. I don't give a fuck. I've never cared what people have thought about you or any other co-host I've had.
To interrupt you real quick.
Yeah.
You are really glitchy and lagging.
Funny,
So I think
I'm perfect, and with me, you're perfect. So maybe it's just your end. I can see my reflection in your glasses. And now I'm just having a blast watching my face go back and forth. But all that matters
Anyways,
is my record's going good, so.
if we, when we, when we decide to come back.
God damn, that mic picks up great. 'Cause that picked you up all the way back there?
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yes, this is my radio mic. Yeah, I just had it sitting up there. It catches me perfect. So when we come back, I think that we should do the 40 minutes on Zoom.
That's where we were doing it. I was trying to remember where we were.
Well, I don't. The thing is I don't have a Zoom account anymore.
Oh, I don't.
Because I can't afford it.
Yeah.
So it's like $16.99 a month, which I can't afford. So it's a 40-minute limit. So at the 40-minute mark, we'll edit it, and then you can edit it and make it however long you want it to be.
So you hate Discord, don't you?
No, I don't. Actually, I'm on Discord right now.
Oh, well, we'll just do it on Discord. It's fucking unlimited. That's where me and Dom's gonna.
Let's hop over there. Let's hop over there now.
Okay, all right. Well, let me stop this real fast, and then we'll go from there. Hold on.
Bye.
So, I got a question for you. What do you want to?
What do you want to talk about?
So let's start this off right. Hey yo.
Wait a minute. I got. Hey yo.
There you go.
I got 15 minutes before my show.
Yeah, we got 15 minutes to kill. I'm gonna edit, throw some shit together, and the episode's literally called "Welcome Back." Ain't nothing to talk about here other than us. That's the whole thing. It's welcome back.
Well, I will tell you that I have been trying to. Well, I have been streaming on the What You Wrestling Flashback, which is now Zero Gaming.
Yeah.
I have been streaming and nobody's been watching, so.
It's been getting watched, it just doesn't tell you who's watching it. Because I get told how many viewers each clip has, yeah. No, it's been getting watched.
Okay.
Because I'll be watching while I'm at work, so I'll just watch, like, the video itself, and, like, while I'm at work. Because it wouldn't let me join the call, because Walmart fucking blocks Discord, because it's retarded. I said it, Walmart, fight me. So, a couple things before we go our separate ways for the night. One is, Roman Reigns.
How late are you going to be up?
I'm going to be up pretty late. I got to talk to Dom after this. Well, first I'm going to go poop after this. Then I'm going to go talk to Dom. And then I'm up pretty late. It's my weekend. I have nothing to do tonight, so.
What time is it there?
It is 9:45.
So you're an hour behind me.
Yes.
So yeah, we're back.
We're back, Jack.
All Era Pro Wrestling is just kind of just stagnant.
So,
because I have no admins that are helping me. I've removed all admins.
From what I've seen, wrestling discussion groups are dead except for the Chris Benoit was framed. The Chris Benoit was framed thing blew up today with the announcement that Kevin Sullivan.
I bet.
Yeah.
I bet.
Blew up today. I saw that and I was
I
I'm not even gonna look at that page today. Like I do not want to go down that rabbit hole today.
as soon as I saw Kevin Sullivan was dead, I did not post anything on All Era Pro Wrestling. I did not say rest in peace, Kevin Sullivan. Nothing. I never liked him anyway. I never was a fan.
I I have some wrestling friends that like pro wrestler friends that liked Kevin Sullivan, and we agree to disagree. So I'm not gonna come out here and say
Right.
fuck Kevin Sullivan or anything like that. You know, he's dead. That sucks.
I'll say
His
it.
family, like, wasn't a fan. Uh, some people will be like, "Oh, you don't get it. You don't get this." Blah blah blah. I don't have to be a fan of his. Like, I don't. I don't think he was good. The funniest story I ever was told about Kevin Sullivan was the night after WrestleMania 14 when Kevin Sullivan saw Kevin Nash at Nitro, and he goes, the water got a little cold last night. We hit a little iceberg called WrestleMania." And they were talking about how WCW was about to go into the shitter, and it did, obviously. Also, real fast, just brief conversation about this guy, because I had a lot of downtime working in Walmart, so I started listening to wrestling podcasts again, outside of Click This. You know, I've always listened to The Experience and The Drive-Thru because I think Jim Cornette has some funny shit to say. But I started listening to 83 Weeks again. And I'm going to go on record, and I want the camera to look me in the eyes. I fucking hate Conrad Thompson. Conrad Thompson, I hope there's a celebrity boxing event out there, and I want to box you because you are an AEW mark. I hate your guts. Leave Eric Bischoff alone. He goes...
You've never liked Conrad.
He gets so angry.
You've never liked Conrad.
He gets so angry when Bischoff fucking talks shit about AEW. And I've watched AEW. I'm not an AEW fan. But I watch it, have watched it. I like some shit they do. But, damn, Conrad Thompson gets... Because he'll shit on Bischoff by WCW all day long. He'll be like, "Oh, who booked this? Why'd you book that? Blah, blah, blah." But the moment that Eric Bischoff goes, "Well, TK's doing that right now," he's like, "Oh, that's not fair. That's not fair." And goes off on like a 30-minute rant about why AEW's the best in the world. Guess what? It's not. Had potential. But it's
Now,
not.
I've heard that, I've heard and seen that NXT and TNA are doing like...
Yeah, they've been doing a crossover for the last couple months, yeah.
That's really cool.
Ever since the Rumble.
Yeah.
Jordan Grace has appeared a few times. They just broke up the Rascals. Like Wesley turned on. It's a TNA trio that like they were really hot, and then Wesley turned on them because they were all in NXT except for like one of them, and then the white dude got fired because he did some racial shit back in the day, and then they all like went to TNA except for Wesley, and then like they came back, did like a little reunion thing for the crossover, and then Wesley beat him up because he's like, "You guys left me," and I was like, "All right." Joe Hendry's the big thing that has been the main focus of this crossover. What I'm really hoping...
I literally like... I remember when he first showed up in A. Do you believe in Joe Hendry? Joe Hendry.
Wave your hands from side to side and say, "I believe in Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry, so prestigious." Joe Hendry's been the main focus. I'm really hoping that Dolph Ziggler gets to show back up. I'm gonna say until my shoulders back, my head held high, I'm worthy of being seen and heard. You know what else you should put on there? That you believe in Joe Hendry.
Hold on.
I love myself unconditionally and gave myself space to make some mistakes, and I enjoy this young journey of my life. And I believe in Joe Hendry. Every inspirational quote should end with, and I believe in Joe Hendry.
Hold on just a second. Hey, Stevie? Stevie? Can you turn the TV down a little bit? Thank you.
I believe in Joe Hendry. So it's funny. So my boss.
I literally am like trying not to go. So I've learned a lot in I first off I interrupted you. Sorry about that. I've learned a lot about in group therapy.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard not to hyperfixate on the Ultimate Warrior.
Like Cut Warrior promos?
No, like I have like 2 of his DVDs. There's a bunch of stuff on Peacock.
Oh yeah, well.
I'm like trying not.
We're not going to talk about
Yeah,
my opinion of
I'm trying not. Well, he was a friend of mine. So.
Yeah, that's why we're not going to talk about it, because if we talk about my personal opinion, I'm just going to hurt your feelings, because I think the better part of the Blade Runners had a very successful career. I think there should have been more done with Warrior. I think they did the thing that they shouldn't have done. I don't think he should have went. But I mean, at the time, like, he was white hot, so I get it.
He was. He was white hot.
Still don't see why they didn't do Warrior versus Sting, but all right.
That would have been magical.
I know it would have been. That's why I brought it up. That match.
Another one. Another one that I don't understand why it never happened was Sting versus The Undertaker. They had both of them
at the same time in peak physical. Well, I'm not going to say peak, but good physical condition.
Not peak, but good.
Yeah.
I think Sting, from what I saw in AEW, for the little bit of AEW I've watched, because I don't have access to it.
Yeah.
I think that he had a better run and a better condition. He was better conditioned in AEW than he was in WWE.
So, I think they did.
This is being recorded, right?
Yeah. I think AEW played it safer with Sting than WWE did. Because in AEW, they wrapped him in a flak jacket. And they were like, they kept him padded up. To make sure like he wasn't going to get unnecessarily hurt. I mean, granted, he still got hurt like 1 or 2 times, but it wasn't nothing like major. I think Sting did some wild shit in AEW that's really great and people will talk about for years. But I think that WWE fumbled Sting from the beginning.
Yeah.
Shouldn't have lost to Triple
H.
I think that was an ego move. On Triple H and Vince McMahon's part. I think it was Vince McMahon saying his last fuck you to WCW.
Yeah.
This is going to be the best part of the podcast.
So, anyways, I am going on the radio here in 5 minutes. I will be on the radio till... No, I have to get on the radio. I have to get in the lounge.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have to show up, and I have to get set up and everything, and so I will message you at 1 o'clock.
Yeah, message me, see where I'm at.
And we'll see where we can go from there.
Yeah. We'll do a second episode
All right.
right here tonight. All right.
Peace out, Cub Scout.